That was it. Gotta go. Love you. Bye. I guess boom, because Jeff has decided to take a phone call. So I'm.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Big Honker Podcast. I'm your host, Logan Pyeatt.
It's the Logan and Andy show. It seems like today. So,
it's fine. I imagine this is probably going to get better ratings without the big fella just talking in circles.
We've been knowing, but we didn't know. You know,
whatever
that was the line before we started the show. We've been knowing, but we just didn't really know.
And all of a sudden, we don't have enough beds.
We don't have enough beds. We're making beds, but we're powering through. This is
some sort of brothel.
Yeah, I wish. Talk about getting better ratings, get better pay.
Is dove season basically a brothel in West Texas?
Dove season. So today is the 30th. So the next couple days are going to be pretty strenuous around here at the Big Honker Lodge. Jeff and
I can only imagine. It's just pumping them through there, right?
Yeah. Like we got 60 people coming in 2 days, and it's just
Jesus.
Like you know how football's got preseason, like where they can kind of work the kinks out. It's not like that. Like we're straight into the frying pan. 60 people, just figure this shit out, jump, and hope you can grow wings on your way down. That's the way it is.
You need a preseason down there where you like kind of go out for an hour or two in the morning and then you just bring in the schlubs that don't know how to guide it all and they can finish it up, but people still want to be there.
Yeah. That we do need a preseason, but unfortunately we don't have it. It's straight.
Are we podcasting? Right
we
now?
are, Jeff. I did the 3, 2, 1. Logan did the boom and the introduction, so we're powering through this, Jeff.
This podcast is brought to you by Ducks Unlimited.
What an ass.
I'm looking at Ducks Unlimited site right now. I am. So if you did have a preseason, who would be the Jordan Love?
The disappointment?
That's basically what I'm asking.
The Mikey Soberano of everything. We'll just call Mikey everything.
I don't know who would be the Jordan Love. Because we're bringing everybody back. So probably like Josh Moore.
No.
Josh Moore's the Jordan Love.
Y'all don't give him near the respect
Josh
he deserves.
Moore is the Jordan Love.
How do you figure that?
Huh?
Okay.
He's just the guy that, he's still kind of young and rough around the edges and kind of does the rookie mistakes.
What? He does not either.
He doesn't do rookie mistakes.
Not many.
Ooh,
I don't.
Jeff has a favorite.
He does.
No, he does a good job. He does a really good job.
Jeff always roots for the underdog.
He doesn't cause me any problems.
No, he doesn't cause me any either.
Well, then what's your problem with Jordan
He's a
Love?
Redskins fan. What do you expect?
Why do we consider Jordan Love?
Who would you give the Jordan Love award to then?
A backup that can't cut it? That's what Jordan Love is.
Fine so far.
Jordan Love sucks.
He's done good in the preseason.
The preseason, it don't matter. Yeah. That's like going to a whorehouse and bragging to your friends you got laid. I mean, what shit?
So
you had some money in your pocket. No, everybody can do that.
So after the Packers played the Chiefs, I don't know if this fella just didn't realize that it was still preseason or what, but I wake up to a message on Instagram.
You got talking shit?
Yeah. What'd you think about those Packers last night? And I was like, I didn't even watch the game. What happened? Them Chiefs whooped up on them. I'm like, well.
Oh, Jesus.
It'll happen.
Aaron Rodgers is in the Amazon shitting and puking on himself doing whatever the hell that shit's called. Ayahuasca. So it really don't matter.
Ayahuasca.
I don't have a Jordan Love because I think Jordan Love's a piece of shit. As a person,
goodness.
he might be a nice guy.
Jesus.
As a person, he might be a good guy. But as a football player, you think he's a good football player?
I wouldn't go as far as saying piece of shit.
Okay, what would you call him?
I think he's a backup quarterback in the NFL.
I don't even know if he's a backup quarterback in the NFL. He just has that job because some dumbass drafted him way too much, way too early.
Jeff, you are.
Colt McCoy is a backup quarterback. He's very valuable.
You wouldn't call him a piece of shit?
No, I wouldn't. I'm not going to.
Oh, so Texas.
Hit it.
Is it because he's from Texas?
No, but
Jeff still has a hard
Okay,
on.
Chase Daniels. Oh, he's from Texas also. Another great backup quarterback.
He went to Missouri, though.
Well, he went to Mizzou, and he's probably the greatest backup quarterback of all, at least the smartest backup quarterback of all time.
He's
or the luckiest.
He's a very good one. Made a lot of money doing it. Colt McCoy's the same way. There's the McCowan guy. I mean, there's been a lot of guys. Who's the guy that's the backup for Brian Hoyer?
Brian Hoyer. Oh my God, I haven't heard that
still
name.
Fucking. I
Isn't
think
he like your age?
Yeah,
Jeff?
I think he's still playing. He's still a backup. The best
Good
one
for him.
is was it Mark Brunell, who was the starter for the Jets, and they brung in Mark Sanchez as a rookie. And Mark Sanchez, I think, dated Mark Brunell's daughter. I think that's how old he was. So
Mark Brunell was good for the Jags for a while,
very
right?
good.
Like when they first
Went
started.
to the AFC Championship game with them.
In the first or second year.
Andy and I were in like fourth grade.
Yep. You know, Mark Sanchez has won more playoff games than Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, Joe Burrow, and about 4 or 5 others combined.
Derek Carr.
Yeah, Mark Sanchez of all of them.
Oh, had to slip that one in there.
Listen,
It's gonna be one of those type
I
of
just
deals.
want to know, do you have any more room on this bandwagon? Because I'm all in on the Raiders this year. So I want to ride with you.
Do you want to hop in?
I do. If you have room, I would love to join you.
Dude, there are so many open seats on a Raiders bandwagon. I mean, you can come sit next to me. There's not very
there's
many
2
of us
of you on
here.
it.
Hop right on.
Now, Payne has taken the Raiders bandwagon. I don't know if he's a bandwagon. He just picks them to win the Super Bowl this year. Does that make you a bandwagon guy just because you pick somebody to win Super Bowl?
I don't think so. You picked the Bills. You had a hard on for them.
I was pretty
for,
damn.
what
I was
that last
pretty
year?
damn close. 2 years in a row, I picked them, the dark horse team and last year's team. This year, my teams are San Diego or the Chargers, and Philadelphia. That's who I'm picking.
If I would have taken a drink every time you said dark horse last year, I would have shit my liver by now.
Well,
And that's saying something.
yeah, that's. I don't think that would have happened. I don't think your liver would have shit. I think your liver's got. You got one. You've got a Shriner's liver, so you're in good shape.
Hang on one second.
Stella's calling.
Gosh, damn it. Jeez. No, this is going to happen. I'm going to get phone calls. It's work hours.
That's a good looking T-shirt you're wearing today.
Oh, thank you. I had to buy it. Tangle Free did not send it to me.
Oh, we don't talk
Not
about
like-
them anyways. We'll
Well,
bleep them out.
We'll move along.
That's a good.
We don't like
that's a
Tangle
good
Free.
looking shirt from.
We're out on
Yeah.
No, I'm not nothing against.
Just keep beeping that out.
I'm not against them. They're just not one of us. So, what are you drinking there?
One of us.
What is that you're drinking?
Oh, I'm having a little Buffalo Trace today. Andy and I were talking. You were busy on the phone. But we figured we couldn't do a podcast together without having a little sip of something.
That's nice.
Just a little.
That's
That
not-
us or
Would you like to have something with us, Jeff?
No, I'm drinking some tea.
Just a little scotch that's what they call it up in the northern land. A little scotch.
A little scotch, a
Pour me a
whiskey.
little scotch of that. Heard that a lot actually. Last weekend.
Let's talk about some shit going on in the world today because you're a conspiracy guy, Logan. This ain't
jumping right into it.
conspiracy, but this is just some fucked up shit.
Well, let me shoot this back then if we're going to do that.
Have you seen where these kids are doing this? They call it brushing, I believe, in shrubbing maybe. Where at schools they're letting these kids get together and they burn sage and stuff and they do spirits and all this crap in a classroom. Now,
In the classroom? Is that supposed to get rid of school shooters?
now just
Ouch.
some fucking satanic shit.
Oh,
And one school in
Sage is not satanic.
well, it's some fucking weird shit. Is that damn,
Everybody burns sage.
not bundles
Supposed to-
up and going
yeah,
around the
the
room
natives really did it.
singing kumbaya and bouncing around?
Yes, you get a bundle of it, and it's supposed to cleanse everything.
cleanse.
No.
Yeah.
It's not satanic at all.
Okay, well, that one school now is offering a period where kids can do satanic rituals together.
Okay,
as
well,
a
that's
gather.
not sage. I mean, we're
And me
Jesus
and
Christ.
Michelle had this conversation today, and I said, I think it's a bullshit deal, and you need to vote them dumbasses off your school board that say it's okay. Andy's a school board member, so why do y'all do shit like this? Let people do this.
separation of church and
I
state.
100% agree with you. If you're not going to allow God to be said in school, you certainly shouldn't allow
Yes.
Satan to be brought up in school.
Now, if you're going to have the same classroom and let them do church stuff,
You can have
as
like
much as-
dueling,
as
have a
much
white
as-
door and a black door.
As much as I'm against it, they do have that right to do the devil shit. But I don't understand
I
why a school.
disagree.
Well, if you're going to let them do Christian stuff, you don't think they should be able to do the devil stuff.
I would say no.
No,
So, but-
I'm totally out on devil
But would you
stuff.
let them do the Christian stuff?
Absolutely. I'm big on
Church on God.
God
Yeah.
and Christ. Me and JC go way
Okay.
back, so I'm all for
Yeah.
that. But satanic stuff is not
Okay.
my thing.
I'm playing devil's advocate here, literally here.
Yeah.
But
You go ahead and let me know how this works out
I'm,
for you.
I'm against the Satan shit. I'm just saying, as a school, if you allow this by law, you have to allow that, don't you?
I don't believe so.
You don't think so?
So you'd have to ask the school board member. I have no idea.
How do you do it, Andy, then?
I've never come across anything like this.
This is happening now, though. This is a true deal that's going on.
Well, this is like New York State, I believe.
Well, it's happening. I'm not saying it's in Texas.
Yeah, but saying that they do a lot of weird shit in New York State and California.
Yes.
So,
I was going to say, what part of Connecticut?
Yeah, no shit.
I would say that if any other, like, I don't know that devil worshiping is classified as a religion. So I think you'd have to say, but like if there wanted to be a Muslim, if a Muslim in school wanted to like have their prayer worship or whatever, I would say then you would have to allow it. But just to say, oh, okay, since you know about God, you got to know about the devil, go into that room and drink each other's blood. That's going to be a tough gap to bridge in my mind. Well, because I don't think satanic worshiping is a official religion.
I don't think it should be allowed, but it's going to be a hard time.
It sounds a lot like you're Team Satan.
No, I'm not Team Satan by any means.
Let's go Beelzebub.
I'm just saying, if you're going to let one do it.
Is this how you got so famous and rich, Jeff?
Yeah.
Did you sell your soul?
He did.
No.
He's Illuminati.
I didn't get much for it if I did.
He's Illuminati.
I damn sure didn't sell it by the pound.
So that's what. So do you just like how does that work? Like, let's say that us three wanted to sell our souls. Is that just something like you just say it out loud and then like it happens, or like do you have to know somebody that's like a gatekeeper for Satan? Like how does this work?
Probably got to call Jay-Z or Beyonce.
That's what I'm wondering.
I've wondered about that because I mean I have slipped down some YouTube rabbit holes about like Bob Dylan admitted he sold his soul and Katy Perry, and there's been a shitload of them. And like the first person to ever do it, I can't think of his name. He's a famous blues musician, and he said he went to the crossroads somewhere in Alabama, and basically like got down on his knees and called out for the devil and said, "Hey, I want to sell my soul and get famous," because he was a shitty guitar picker, and he was gone for like 2 weeks, came back, and one of the greatest of all time. So I think it's somewhere in Alabama you have to go to sell your soul.
You got to go to
Alabama, and it's.
I don't have the latitude and longitude, but it's somewhere down there. Ask Marty Brooks.
So a shitty musician sold his soul, and now he's famous.
Well, he's dead now. This was in like the 20s or 30s. Okay. I'll have to get his name for you. He plays really creepy, haunting music.
So Katy Perry, she got a nice set of tits when she sold her soul too, then, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and remember when Taylor Swift was like a sweet girl who sang country music, and then she got real weird?
Yeah.
They say that she's another one that did it.
Well, that's funny you brung her because that's a segue into my next topic. Have you seen with the dumb fucks in Austin, Texas at the University of Texas have got a Taylor Swift class now for kids to take?
What does that consist of?
You got to do stories on her and all her songs and what it's about. Let me tell you what her songs are about. About the bitch got dumped. That's what all her music's about.
Every time,
yeah. That bitch has been rode hard and put up wet, and she whines about it every time.
You don't want to break up with her.
She's real sexy with $300 million, yet guys are dumping her constantly. I'm guessing like she only does missionary or something.
Now,
there's got to be something to it.
Miranda Lambert's a keeper. Taylor Swift is not.
Miranda Lambert, I hate her. She's a psychopath, and she broke up the greatest band of all time. Luckily, they got back together.
Who?
Turnpike Troubadours.
She did that?
How'd she break them up?
She got with the lead singer?
Evan Felker, the lead singer of the Turnpike Troubadours, left his wife, Stacy, who's a smoke show with real big boobs, for Miranda Lambert. And then that's when they broke up, and he went on his big bender and couldn't perform anymore.
So
the band broke up.
You're blaming his weaknesses on Miranda Lambert.
It's all women.
Is that what you're doing?
I'm saying that she definitely had a hand in it.
Maybe a mouth in it too.
I'm sure his alcoholism and whatever else he was doing probably played a part too, but she didn't help with the breakup.
She is one hell of an artist.
Because he was doing like hardcore.
Is she from Texas?
Yep, she's from East Texas. She's a damn good artist. She used to drive her parents when they were drunk home from the bars.
I don't know that I'd call her a very good artist.
She's awesome. And I don't like chick music that much, but she's damn. The Pistol Annies, everything she's in is. You're going to fact check to see if Miranda Lambert's successful?
I'm just going to look at her songs, is all that I'm doing.
She's awesome. He says she's awesome, and I don't like shitty music that much, but she's awesome.
So you think her music's shitty then?
You said that.
No, I don't think her music's shitty.
Oh, I think you said I don't like shitty music that much, but she is awesome.
No, I don't like chick music.
Oh, okay,
but she is very good. Very, very good.
Her number one song, Drowns the Whiskey. This is according to iTunes, of course. Drowns the Whiskey with Jason Aldean. Never heard it. Bluebird from 2019. Never heard it. Drunk from 2021, never heard it. Mama's Broken Heart, 2011, never heard it.
That's a damn good song. Tin Man's a good song. This house or My House.
The House That Built Me
That's a
is
great
there.
song.
Gunpowder and Lead.
Gunpowder and Lead's a great song. She's good.
I don't know that I'd say great song.
She is very, very good. Very good.
She's if you had to put like a batting average on it, like she's 250.
250?
Yeah.
Who the hell would you put at 300 then?
Taylor Swift.
Fuck, that goofy bitch.
At least she writes her own music.
Well, yes, he gets fucking dumped and she goes home with her hurt vagina and makes up some damn song and teeny boppers listen to it. I'm going to tell you who Taylor Swift is? Taylor Swift is a female version of Dan and Shay. Every time some guy dumped one of them, they made a song about it and they became famous too. So there you go.
Dan and Shay are both guys?
Yeah, it's terrible. Well, one of them looks like a guy. The other one looks like, the other one looks kind of a chunky fat guy that should have been playing in like Bismarck or Marky Mark and them. He should have been one of the Backstreet Boys or whatever they were. They're absolutely horrible.
Mark, North Dakota.
They're horrible. I shouldn't say that about Bismarcky. I liked him, but
oh yeah, I like Bismarcky.
Yeah.
Bad singer.
Horrible.
Bad singer.
Makes Willie Nelson sound good. So anyway,
how did we get?
I don't know.
Here?
Selling
Taylor
your soul to
Swift.
the devil.
Yes.
So Taylor Swift sold her soul to the devil. Who else?
Allegedly.
I don't know that for
Now,
sure.
supposedly Jay-Z and Beyonce have too.
Now hold on. I'm gonna read off Taylor
Right,
Swift's Blank Space,
Never heard of it.
which I don't know that she wrote that one. I think Ed Sheeran wrote that one.
I don't think she had a bad song on the 1989 album. There, I said
Shake It Off, Lover, Wildest Dream.
I've
You need to
never
calm
heard of
down.
one of these songs ever.
Style's a good one.
Never heard it.
It's a good one, Jeff.
I'm not listening
you
to
should
fucking
listen to
Taylor
it.
Swift.
I think I could get a speeding ticket to almost any Taylor Swift song. You know what I mean?
I know. You just you punch it a little bit more.
Exactly.
22. I Knew You Were Trouble. Love Story. There's a bunch, Jeff.
Never heard. I have not heard of one. Seriously.
I am Team Taylor.
Well, good for you. I'll get you a shirt.
You Belong With Me. Picture to Burn.
There's so many rednecks out there that actually listen to this for
yeah.
the hunting content. Like, what the fuck going on?
Well, those are also the same people that are bagging on Nickelback. You know,
What's wrong with Nickelback?
Nickelback's making a
People hate
comeback.
'em.
You notice that?
Why?
hate 'em.
Why do people hate them?
Jeff, where were you during 2005 to like 2010? Everybody hated Nickelback. But now TikTok, everybody's making TikTok videos,
I wasn't in TikTok in 2005 or 10.
rocking out, how great Nickelback is. They're making a comeback now.
Is
They should thank TikTok.
Did Nickelback sing the song about the bottom of the eighth, something on the bus load?
Goodness.
What's that song called? A bathroom you could play a baseball in?
Rockstar, yes.
Rockstar. That's a damn good.
That was John Fogerty.
Do what?
He sang a baseball song. I don't know.
No, that
Yeah,
what's it
Nickelback.
called? What's it called?
Rockstar.
Rockstar. That's a damn good song.
It's a good song. That's a good song. We like Nickelback. Everybody that bags on Nickelback is closet Nickelback listeners. There.
They're batting like 333.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Just so I can know if you have a man card or not, because sometimes, Logan, I really have been kind of worried about you on some of your things, like being a Taylor Swift fan. You knocked yourself down a few numbers. So let me ask you this. Are you a Garth Brooks fan?
Not now.
Well, that's good enough.
in
Just
the
leave it
90s?
at that. Leave
Yes,
it right
absolutely.
there. That's good. Good answer.
Why not now? Has his music gotten worse?
He's a fucking sellout.
Are you? Was that a rhetorical
Yes.
question?
Well, I mean, he's
Andrew?
still playing the same shit.
No, he's not. I don't
The
even listen to
Dance.
his old music no more
You don't
like I
listen
did.
to The Dance?
No, fuck no. If it's Garth Brooks, I turn it off.
I
but
could
he's
put on
great.
The Dance right now, and it would bring a tear to your eye.
No, it wouldn't.
Oh, the greatest country music song ever
What
recorded.
are you getting ready to say?
Ever recorded.
Ever?
Ever. Done.
The
Period.
Dance?
Oh,
The end.
Shit.
The Dance.
I'm not debating that because it's definitely a top 5 greatest song ever. I'm telling you right now, a great song. I've been to a lot of everybody who died within about 7 years of that. They played it at their funeral.
It is a tearjerker every single time. You can go to 7 funerals a week and they can play The Dance at every one of them. It would harbor up some emotions.
It brings
every one of them.
It brings tears to my eye because Tony's prom date was at a bar after the prom one night, and she stepped on my toe, and she weighed about 357, and I cried. So yes, to The Dance.
While The Dance was playing?
Yes, The Dance was playing. She goes, "Would you like to dance with me?" And she stepped on my toe, and that was the end of it. No, I'm not.
Is Tony into trans ladies?
No, I'm just fucking. I always
Just
say
a
that.
couple- just a couple-
I like
just a
to. I
couple
say that
times.
shit all the time.
He's never turned one down.
Yeah. So, you don't think The Dance is one of the greatest songs ever, country song?
How do you like
I
this?
assume you're asking me.
Yeah, I'm asking you. Andy done made his statement on it.
How do
I
you
would agree
like
with him.
this? He baited you into not liking Garth Brooks, and then now he's bait and switch.
No,
to
no.
What the
I
fuck
know,
problem
it's-
do you have with the dance?
Garth Brooks' first 2 albums were gold. Great. And they all went gold. But after that, fuck him and his Chris Gaines bullshit. What kind of weird dude fucking changes his name to come up and be a singer again?
Yeah, exactly. And wasn't he like portraying like an Australian dude too? Did he ever even put out an album as Chris Gaines? Because I've tried to find
I
it
don't-
He did.
on
I think he
iTunes.
did.
I don't listen to anything Garth at all. I can't stand Garth. Garth has had The Dance was a great song.
Friends in Low Places.
Call it. No, that's
Calling Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Calling
Thunder
Baton Rouge
Rose.
is no.
Shameless. Tomorrow Never Comes.
We all know
Rodeo,
the songs he's had. Andy, we all were there.
Ain't Going Down.
We lived it.
2 Pina Coladas.
No, I'm telling you, The Dance, Calling Baton Rouge, and Long Neck Bottle are his 3 best songs, I think.
Anybody who's ever been to a professional baseball game has sang along to Friends in Low Places and swayed back and forth and drank beer.
Yes. And just
Everybody.
love
But
life.
I'm not a Garth Brooks fan at all anymore. I wouldn't go across the street to see him play in concert.
Now, Scotty Goggles is a huge Garth Brooks fan and doesn't like George
He's from
Strait, which blows my
he's from
mind.
Kennedale, Texas. You know, we already talked about that. So we know. We're not shocked by that. I like Scotty, but he's damn sure got his priorities straight. Fucked up. I mean, we noticed that when he's shitting and puking in the bedroom while y'all were trying to sleep.
So anyway,
Well, he was passed out in your
Yeah,
shower.
and throwing beanbags on the roof. We did have to buy new ones. I need to send Scotty a bill for that.
I'm trying to think of a
absolutely
better
should.
song just to play devil's advocate
Of Garth Brooks's?
than the dance.
A better song than The Dance? Country song or all
Yes,
songs?
country song.
Probably one that would get in a running. And
No, I've already got mine.
You Will Always Love Me by Willie Nelson or Dolly Parton or Whitney Houston with number 1 3 different times. What do you think about that?
Is country
I'm
music?
not
I
a
mean,
fan of that song.
he stopped loving her today by George
Great
Jones.
song.
It's a good one.
Great.
Better
He
song.
laid
It's a
the
good
wreath upon her. How about Tennessee Whiskey? And I can't stand liberal Chris Stapleton.
That's a
I don't think he originally
Yeah,
wrote
that's a
it.
remake.
No. He didn't. Dean Dillon wrote it, I think. David Allan Coe sang it first.
There you go.
But
Chris Stapleton has great pipes on him.
he does. That is a great. He does that better than David Allan Coe. But I would.
That's not saying a
I
whole
would go
lot.
see David Allan Coe, but I wouldn't go see Chris Stapleton.
Well, no, but mainly because I don't want to go to a concert anymore that's 40,000 people. That's not my
Well,
thing.
I don't want to go see Chris Stapleton because he's a liberal fuck. But he is very, very talented singer.
Fair. He's a very talented liberal.
Yes,
fuck.
he is.
Very,
Very
very.
talented. What's your country song that's better than The Dance?
Oh, it's not a country song. The greatest song ever written is "Let Her Cry" by Hootie and the Blowfish.
That is a damn good song.
Oh,
Did you,
okay. I'm with
he's
you on
going to be
that.
on CMT next week, and he's singing it again acoustic now.
Oh my goodness.
He talks about writing the song. That is a great
that
song.
gets my dick hard.
That is a great, great, great song. I will give you that.
Play
I don't
that
know if
son
it's
of a bitch
better than The
acoustically.
Dance, but it is good.
It's a banger.
It's a damn good song. I mean, if we're going greatest song ever,
It's a banger. When that one comes on the radio, if you're riding with Andy, we're cranking that bitch up. We're belting it.
That's right.
We are hollering it to
Greatest-
the moon.
And you're making fists
Oh yes.
and you're doing
yes.
this while you're singing it.
Absolutely.
the
Absolutely.
greatest rock song ever, they say, is a song by Snaggletooth, the guy at Queen. What's that big song they had?
Jewel?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian. And I'm not a big Queen fan at all, and I do not like that song that much. But
I like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Do you not like Freddie Mercury because he's gay?
Yeah.
I don't give a
That's
shit
why.
if he sucks balls. I don't like that song that much. The song "Live or Let Die" that Guns N' Roses redone of the Beatles. That is a great tune.
You're a GNR guy.
I have to say that Motley Crue, shit,
It's Home Sweet Home.
Home Sweet Home, that has to be one of them,
That's
right?
a great song.
Did you see Big Dick Tommy Lee tweeted that picture out of his Johnson?
No?
Oh my God. That motherfucker's got a root on him.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just
dude,
on
it's
Twitter.
something.
Like that was the post. It's just a picture with his wiener out. I'll see if I can find it.
That's okay, Andy.
This
We
is
don't
going to
need
sound a little gay, but whenever that Pam and Tommy deal was out on Hulu, I for sure Googled his dick just because I had to know.
Well,
It's a nice one.
he's got a root on him.
Good for him.
He's got a hose.
the the Pam and Tommy Lee was pretty interesting show.
The guy that I feel bad for is the guy from Poison because he also had a sex tape with
Brett Michaels.
Yeah, he also had a sex tape with her, and he did not come out. You know, he's a clear second behind Tommy Lee.
He had a short clip.
Well, that girl they got to play Pam looked more like Pam than Pam.
Did you know those were not they were fake boobs, but they weren't her boobs. They were film added those film they put them on through the film. Those were not like
CGI boobs?
That's what those were.
They were nice.
So I guess she really didn't pose topless. She was a hottie, boy. Whew.
Yeah, dressed up as Pam. Now, if you go to her Instagram and look at that actress herself, she doesn't really do it for me. But when she was dressed up as Pam, I thought she was very attractive.
Pam was one sexy lady, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah,
there's
really her career got cut too short just because she was taking it from.
She had to take that 90s. Too often. Now I can't find it. Twitter took it down.
She's got a lot of health problems. She's got that dent in her back where his dick was banking in the back of it all the time, and that freaking hurt her.
Well, she did Baywatch and then that one really shitty movie, right?
Barbed Wire.
That was about it. Yes. Was it? Did you ever see it, Jeff?
No, I did not see it.
Are you lying?
No, I didn't.
I feel like he's fudging history.
I bet I didn't watch 3 episodes of Baywatch either.
I figured I was saying that the Barbed Wire movie sucked, and you're going to be like, now what the fuck what problem do you have with the movie Barbed Wire? That's one of the greatest movies of all time.
I never seen Barbed Wire, so.
I'm working on my Texas accent. How'd that sound?
It's close.
Where are you moving to in Texas now? It changes all the time. Is it Colleyville now?
Bucky's got me talked into Albany.
Albany's a good place.
It's nice.
That's what he said.
You'll love it there.
Everybody still goes to the football games on Friday nights. I can get down with that. There's a golf course there. I'm going to work on the ranch.
You got it all. You got your retirement all figured out.
That's a good place.
Yeah, there's nothing to it.
You know what's cool? Y'all could move to Albany, and then Stella could date Zach's little boy that he's fixing to have. So it would be great.
This little girl.
Oh, what are we, Muslims? Are we?
Yes.
Trying to plan marriages already?
It's done. It's settled. We'll bring a goat over, and you just bring your daughter.
I don't. I don't know if I want to do that though. I've seen the Stella's kind of gripey. I've noticed already.
Whenever you call for some reason,
she was not very nice.
She slept for a couple nights ago for like 7 hours straight. It was wonderful.
Isn't that crazy?
So let's go.
Yes, it goes in waves.
Let's go back to Jordan Love now. Is Jordan Love going to make the club again?
Yeah.
As the backup?
Yes.
Are you comfortable if something happened to Aaron Rodgers that Jordan Love would win a game?
No.
Okay. Then why the hell do you keep him around? That's like the Cowboys.
Who you gonna get that's better?
Colt McCoy or somebody like Chase Daniels.
What is with
Chase? Boner?
No. Chase Daniels. There's a lot of good backups.
It's a complex
the Red
offense.
Rocket, Andy Dalton.
It's a complex offense. They'll never get it in time.
Well, that's what gets me. Like the Dallas Cowboys, they spend all this money on Dak, $450 million over 5 years or whatever they're paying his ass, and then you've got Cooper Rush as a backup making $1.7 million, and he's stealing $1.7 million because he's horrible. But you know damn well in the NFL, there's a chance your quarterback's going to get hurt, and you're going to be relying on Cooper to win a game for you. It ain't happening. And I don't understand why more teams don't put more into a backup quarterback.
I thought Cooper Rush was supposed to be the truth here a couple of years ago.
If you're playing in the XFL, maybe.
No, it was
the XFL. Is that coming back?
It is. The Rock's doing it, so it'll be good. There was that one guy that was supposed to be the savior, Danucci. They cut him. Yeah,
he didn't make it much. He was okay. That's what I'm saying. And you see all these teams, but then you see teams that have a backup that's at least durable. Like Philadelphia, they got Gardner Minshew. He can win some games for you. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't want him to be my starter.
Yeah,
but,
and everybody loves him too.
But he's serviceable. Andy Dalton for the Cowboys is a serviceable quarterback. I mean, hell, he took Cincinnati to the playoffs. Only Joe Burrow's done that in 50 years. So I
think Boomer slipped one in with sometime in there, but
well, yes, so did Kenny Anderson. I think he went to the Super Bowl with them. But I mean, there's not been very many of them. But
that's
NFL
true.
Teams, there's some guys out there. Hell, the 49ers got Garoppolo as a backup. That's a damn good backup to have.
Well,
who's their starter?
Trey Lance.
Oh, that's right. Well, who's the Redskins backup then?
I have no clue.
It's Wentz and Wentz.
Because I mean, Carson Wentz is not a good quarterback to me.
Not no more. Once he had his knee injury, he's never been the same since then.
And it's the Commanders. I don't know how you run your show, but we use the correct pronouns here.
No, we don't.
Oh, I'm not politically correct when it comes to
Amen.
that. It's still the Indians and the Redskins.
That's right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I'll bleep that out and fix
You know,
it for
it's funny. I saw in the NFL the other day, their swag shop, they sent me an email.
Bleep that.
Taylor Heineke.
Taylor Heineke. And they won some games with him. And I get an email from him. You can buy old school NFL throwback jerseys. And I think the Commanders throwbacks was the Commanders. No, excuse me. It's the Redskins. How the fuck's Commanders going to have throwback jerseys? They've only been around for, what, 6 months?
Yep.
I wish they'd have kept the football team name.
When I get older, I want to make sure that my kids and grandkids, like whenever they hear me say things like the Cleveland Indians or the Washington Redskins, that they're just like, hey, don't worry about it. He's from a different time. That's just how it was back then. I want to use that excuse.
They named their sports teams Indian names. The black.
Yeah, can you believe
Can
that?
you believe that? They had the Black Sox.
The indigenous people. They won't even call them Indians.
Oh, well.
Unless they're actually from India, and then they play cricket.
And
How long till they change the Packers name because it's offensive to the LGBTQ
to the gays,
community?
probably pretty quick. It's probably coming up next.
What about the Browns?
The Browns. Did you see those? Did you see those?
Never thought about it.
Those banners that those people had? Fuck them hoes. Free Deshaun.
No, really?
A guy with his son made a banner. Guy's our age. Son's probably Reese's age. The dad's holding the sign that says "fuck those hoes," and the son is holding the sign that says "free Deshaun."
I bet that.
No, that's a fan base.
Yeah.
Bet the neighbors.
That is a fan
You know,
base.
the liberal neighbor on the corner is like, can you believe that?
Can you believe what they put? Oh yeah, because they're making the rounds. There was another offensive sign. I'll try to find it.
Where the massage girls
It
was one sign. It was. Do you think the Browns should sign the Bills punter?
Oh my god,
That Azaria guy,
he's fucked.
I think that, yeah, anybody who has gang rape allegations, no, I would steer clear.
So Cleveland's
of someone
better.
like that.
Cleveland's
Me
better
personally.
than that. Then
Well, it's a punter. I mean, they're kind of a dime a dozen anyways. No offense to any punters who might listen to this show, but I wouldn't get all worked up about it unless he's just coffin corner and 90-yard punt.
He did
They
kick
called
80.
him
The
the,
Browns are probably going to
They
need
called
that.
him the punt god.
he kicked 182 yards in the preseason.
That's impressive.
now you're
Yep, go ahead and get
You're
him.
thinking about it. I saw a sign that said the NFL is the biggest hypocrites in the world. They do kick out a guy for gang rape, but then they sign the massage guy and give him a $300 million guaranteed
Well,
contract.
he only had that happen one at a time.
Oh, that's the difference.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
It wasn't a gang massage.
And I mean, if you read that story, it's pretty fucking violent. Like it's. Yeesh.
The Azarias?
Yes.
His parents come.
I haven't read it at all. I just follow ESPN a little bit and what Bleacher Report's text
Why
me.
the fuck are you watching ESPN?
The little. Oh no! Here he goes again. The article that I read, which everybody's at this heightened state right now because of where we are with the Me Too era. But according to the article, she's 17 years old, under the age of consent in the state of California. So sorry, Jeff. He was a senior, so it all happened last year, I guess. And they were at a party, not at school.
Okay.
He has sex with her, brings her back to wherever he lives, and then him and his two roommates just like take turns. She says she's in and out of consciousness. They ripped out all of her piercings, her belly, her navel piercing, her nose earring, her earrings. So I don't know. It's a weird story. Super
Gee, well, first of all, who wants to fuck like that?
Yeah. Like, who wants to pull this? Yeah, with the dudes or pulling piercings out.
Both. Why would you want to have sex with your buddies in the same room? And then who's just yanking out piercings?
Yeah, exactly. Like, how did all this go down?
The guy with the big penis is the one who likes to do that.
Tommy Lee's okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm not. I need my privacy.
Yeah, Andy and I's dicks suck, so we have to be more sensual and try to
More
make it last.
sensual.
Make them enjoy
That's
it.
the first time sensual has been used on word on our podcast.
I don't even want the dog in there when this is going down. Like,
More
it's just,
sensual.
It always creeps you out, right?
matter of fact, if it could just be me, I'd be fine with it. I could just do this alone.
We had a guy hunting with us one time, was talking about him went home for Christmas or something. Him and his girlfriend were having sex, and he goes, and the damn dog kept licking her on the ass the whole time.
Oh my God.
Did she enjoy it?
He goes, that's what's kind of weird is I don't think she really bothered her that bad.
She didn't tell him to leave. She didn't tell him to leave.
Go get some peanut butter and bring Fido back in here.
But yeah, like
That guy's gonna start doing yoga so he can do that for her without the dog.
Okay, I'm gonna change it up a little bit. The smudging is what it was called. I just looked it up.
See, there, the Azaria story is just too icky for Jeff to even talk about.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. It's smudging.
I don't like it.
It was in St. Paul. It was in St. Paul's, Minnesota, and they burned tobacco, sweetgrass, cedar, and everything. It's an Indian tradition, and now they're letting them do it in school.
Okay,
so I don't know if that's bad.
Do you
or
have
not.
a problem with this? Like,
No,
I
really don't.
What are you trying to get at?
I don't really have a problem when I read more on it.
Or did they lump this into the satanic shit that you were seeing?
No, the satanic was one thing.
That was a totally different story. You convoluted them together.
No, I didn't convolute them together.
Typical Republican move.
I'm not a typical Republican because I hate the Republican Party too.
It's such an ultra MAGA.
Yeah, I'm such a bad guy. You know, I don't think those politicians realize, both sides, that 90%, not 90, I don't know how many, but 55% of the people in this country are MAGA people. We don't give two shits about the Republican Party either. Do you care about the Republican Party?
Me personally, yes. No, absolutely not. As long as Mitt Romney and all those guys are still a part of it.
That's what I mean.
No.
But they think their party's more important than it is. We're not voting for the party when we vote for Trump. We're voting for Trump. Now, I think if you vote for a Democrat right now, you're a fucking idiot. I really do. I don't give a shit. Anybody that's running, if you're running as a Democrat, I wouldn't vote for your ass.
I read an article that they're saying all the Trump things. If you look at the polls right now, it's not looking good for Republicans at the midterm because of all the Trump stuff.
Yeah, that's what liberal polls show.
Well, it was Ben Shapiro that reported it, so you calling him a liberal?
Well, I figure it's the Washington Post. Yeah. Well, did you guys by chance get to listen to the podcast Rogan's with Aaron Rodgers?
I've listened to about an hour of it. Pretty good.
Okay, have you got to the part yet where Rogan's talking about COVID and how people are pissed off because they spent decades building their businesses, and then all of a sudden in 1 or 2 years it came down and they lost everything they had. And Aaron Rodgers asked the question. He goes, "Well, what would you say to those people?" And Rogan, out of his own mouth, said, "Vote Republican."
Yeah, I've seen the Twitter.
So I thought that was he's never really took a stance one way or the other, and that was the first time. So I was kind of shocked by that.
But back to that poll deal, Andy. But all of Trump's people keep winning everywhere. And the Republican Party says it ain't going to happen. I don't think the Republican base wants Trump in the office. I know they don't. And I don't think they want the Republicans to win the House or the Senate because they want to be able to be controlled. And they don't care about us. They're all one group together anyways. That whole
Say the Republican base doesn't want Trump in office because they have the same agenda as the Democrats.
Exactly.
They just spew it to you in a different way.
That's exactly right. They want what's going on right now. They love it. They're all getting rich. Everybody else is struggling. They're trying to control everybody. They don't want Trump in office. Yes. The only reason Trump won last time was they didn't think he had a chance in hell or they'd have cheated then. But everybody that Trump endorses keeps winning everywhere because the people like him. You go down the road now and you see Trump shit everywhere. Now, I'm in Texas. I agree with that. But
Biden at one of his own rallies came out and said that he's going to try to make sure that there's never any election fraud or never another stolen election again.
Yeah.
He said that.
He's a fuck.
Like, you got to be shitting me.
You're the one that done
it. Do you just not remember like what happened just a couple years ago? What are we?
Another thing that
what are we doing?
What happened this morning?
Another thing that wears me out about the liberal media, which is all the media. The other day in a press conference, Biden said, "Oh, sorry, I can't ask that. I'll get in trouble again." By who the fuck who? You're the president. And they never asked. They never asked that. They said, "Well, who are you going to get in trouble with from?"
Who's going to jump your ass?
And then the other day he's talking, and Jill grabs him by the arm and takes him off. That it's just, and they don't even ask those questions.
No, it's a clown show. The only one who has the balls to ask those questions is that
Peter Ducey.
I was going to say the dude with the good haircut. He's always asking the tough questions. I imagine he's going to shoot himself in the back of the head twice here before too long.
Did you see where the little Miss Blue Eyeshadow gal said that he said, well, it's okay for the immigrants to walk across from Mexico and they don't have to be a vaccine, but a tennis player can't do it. She goes, people aren't just walking across the border. Where the fuck are you at, lady?
What?
Yeah.
For a guy that doesn't watch the news, Jeff, you know an awful lot about this.
I read a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, Jeff.
I don't watch the news. I haven't watched the news in a year or two. Now, I didn't say I don't read Twitter.
Oh, that's even worse.
I see the Peter. No, because I see every day where Peter Ducey asks her a question. It makes her cringe, so I have to watch it because she's uncomfortable. She is the worst press secretary ever. Joe Rogan
worse than the redhead.
Yes.
Jen Psaki.
Yeah. Joe Rogan did come out and say. I think it was Joe Rogan come out and said that Kayleigh McEnany. What's the good looking blonde that was Trump's?
Kayleigh
said that she was the
Best?
Michael Jordan of White House.
She was.
Yep.
You couldn't debate her on anything. She had binders full of shit with like tabs. She had it, all separated out. So like soon as the topic came up, I got you there. Flip a couple pages.
Yeah, and she probably didn't even need to go to the tab. She had it memorized anyways. She was good. She was good.
I miss having a president that someone can ask a question, what's going on, and he can give you an answer. Instead, this guy here don't know if he's shitting his pants or eating Fruit Loops. It's getting so old to not be able to ask a question.
So what would you do right now? Well, I guess not right now, but here in 2024, if DeSantis runs against Trump, where are you at?
I would vote for Trump in the primary, but I would vote for either one. I'm gonna tell you right now, my feelings wouldn't be hurt if either one of them was president. And I'm gonna flip side that too. Let's say Matthew McConaughey runs for Democratic president. Now, I'm voting for the Republican, but I would feel better with Matthew McConaughey as a president than I do Joe Biden. Same with Mark Cuban. If Mark Cuban ran as a Democrat, I wouldn't be that concerned because he's a businessman. What we don't need is more politics.
McConaughey was way left.
He is way left, but he'd be better than fucking Biden. He's at least a compassionate person someone could talk to. There's no conversation with these people now that are running place. They've got a puppet up there that they control him. They don't care what he looks like an idiot about. They just pass their stuff. I want a president. Even Kamala would be better than Joe Biden because she would have to answer to the questions.
We're just talking circles.
Yeah, well, she's a fucking idiot. Scabbed up knees and sucking cock got you a long way in life. Am I wrong on that? Do you think you don't think that's how she got where she's at?
I wasn't there for any of it, so I can't say.
Logan, since Andy's going to peter out on me.
You'd have to ask Montel, man. I wasn't around.
Do you think that
there's a chance?
Do you think that's how she got put in her spot?
So back to Let Her Cry.
Do you? Oh,
I think
I'm putting Logan on the spot.
I'm not saying that she sucked dick to get where she was, but I don't think she spit one out either.
There you go. She just put it in her mouth and played with it a little bit.
Yeah, I'll just say that.
Switched it.
Kind of like a Jolly Rancher.
Switched it around a couple times.
But no, I would vote for Trump in the primary. But if it's DeSantis, it's the candidate. He's done a great job. I wouldn't have a problem with him. He's America first, also.
And he's a decorated Navy guy.
That is one thing that I heard on Rogan, the little bit that I've got to listen. So Kamala is all pissy about Brittany Griner being locked away for weed.
She locked a bunch of people away.
Right.
And Rogan's like, you literally have thousands of people in jail because of what you did as a prosecutor. You did this.
Thousands.
You got thousands of
Tens
people
of
that are in jail for weed. And you put them there. So don't come at us now acting like, oh, poor Brittany Griner. What about all the fuckers that are locked up in California based off what you did?
Do you think she really cares?
You got to let them out, right?
No, she doesn't care.
She don't give a shit. The Democrats don't give two shits about your right to have an abortion. They don't give two shits about your right to take drugs or not take drugs. They don't care about nothing but you voting for them. Because as soon as the voting stuff, it's like right now, we're in a big push to get all this shit done. Student loan forgiveness, all this stuff. It's because there's an election coming.
Now, I thought that was an executive order.
Well, it's going to get struck down by the Supreme Court, and they know that, but they're just doing it to try to buy votes.
So let me go back to this weed thing, because now we're psychedelics and weed, every podcast pretty much since Marty.
And I still have not done any. So
you've met Marty, you can tell.
But
that's him.
But if you're locked up in California, and California was one of the first states to legalize marijuana, and now you're locked up for marijuana, like, why don't they let them out? Judge?
Why don't they let them out?
Yes. You're locked up for marijuana possession in California. Marijuana is now legal. You can walk down the street. It's good. Why am I still serving a 30-year sentence?
I don't know. You have to ask the state of California. I don't think there's an answer to that.
I would assume that the prisons, get so much allotted money from the state or the governor, because they have to have so many cells full. And if they let all the marijuana abusers out, and then their cells are empty, then they probably get less money for it. Kind of like the hospitals, whenever they got more money if somebody tested positive for COVID than if you just had the flu. So that's my guess. I have no idea.
That would have been private prisons, though, not state-run prisons, because they're funding themselves. The private prisons, yes. I don't know if they can do that.
Just like Reggie Bush, you can make money now, but we're not going to get Reggie Bush's Heisman back. Well, motherfucker, you can.
Reggie Bush had a root on him.
Did he? I didn't see that.
Yeah, wasn't he in one of the Kim Kardashian sex tapes?
No, that was Ray J.
It was Ray J, I think.
It was. Reggie Bush didn't do it.
Well, that's a bad look for me. Sorry.
You do not know your black penises very well, so.
Well, if I had a lineup of them, maybe I could have figured that
out. But I mean, why?
You're breaking up, guys.
But why? I mean, why? Just like Reggie, give him his fucking Heisman back. So he made a little bit of money. Everybody's making money in college now. What's the big deal? Same with marijuana. Let these fuckers out. Like, it's legal now. How pissed would you be if you were the last person to get a 20-year sentence for marijuana in California?
How about if you're the first straight guy that gets monkeypox?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like the first straight guy that got AIDS. I mean, that was really, let everybody believe that it was a gay deal at first. And now they figure out anybody can get it.
You know what they said to that gay guy? I mean, that
Blake have it for a while?
I don't know, but you know what they said to the straight guy who got AIDS first? You're a fucking liar. He sucks dick. You know damn well that's what they said.
Poor Magic Johnson.
So, is Nebraska paying their football players? If not, are they going to get some of their money back from their players?
Poor fella.
Oh, did you guys watch the game?
No, we had a football draft.
So,
I had friends who actually flew to Ireland. They did it for the right reasons. They're big Nebraska fans,
but
one of my buddy's daughters actually dances for UNL, so they flew over to Ireland to watch that, and we were texting back and forth the entire game, and then it got real quiet in the last minute and a half.
So what ended up happening? So I saw like the internet was out, so they were just like handing beer away.
They ran it. There no credit cards wouldn't work.
Internet went down. They were getting free Guinness, which, oh God, can you imagine just getting drunk on only Guinness? That would be a disaster in itself.
Oh.
So, he told us they were getting a bunch of free beers. And then the game took a turn because Nebraska went up by 11 points and fucking Frost had an onside kick. And it was a terrible one. They got it, and then the momentum kind of shifted, and it was over from there.
Did an onside kick?
Nebraska did an onside kick.
He's up 11 and he does an onside kick?
Yeah, and it backfired on him.
And gives them a short field?
Yep. And they scored 3 plays later.
Kicked it straight to their fullback.
Yeah. So,
why?
And then they were kind of charging and threw a pick with like a minute 20 left or something.
Yeah. He's going to get fired.
They should fire him. He's 3-31 or something so far.
I think Blake and I
read a deal. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think we've got like a $500 bet on something. I can't remember what it is.
I think it was that they were going to win their Big Ten by now. I think Blake owes us both $1,000 already.
Well, I read that if Scott Frost wins his next 50 games in a row, 5-0, he will still have a worse record than Bo Pelini did when he got fired from Nebraska.
Jeez.
Yeah, you can't always go home.
No. That might be the last place I'd want to go.
The Guinness thing was that place was a cashless stadium. They only took cards, and the credit card system was down. So they could either eat all this food and all this beer, or they just gave it away.
Give it away.
That cost them a shitload of money.
I don't know. I think maybe
mix. Woo.
I think that's a long-term play because now everybody's going to want to go to the game there, hoping that the internet goes out again.
You know what's worse than a bunch of drunk Irish people is a bunch of drunk Nebraska people. Have you ever been around Nebraska people?
Especially when they lose at football.
There's
tears
in my beer.
We always say that the river rises a couple feet whenever Nebraska loses around here.
I saw a deal where in the window, the cars over there, they've got posters with the N in the back of them, and everybody from Nebraska thought they were all Nebraska fans. Well, if you're a new driver in Ireland, they have to have an N in your window.
Oh, we thought everybody was rooting for them?
I thought everybody was rooting for them. Look at that. That's another young Nebraska fan driving around right there.
Jesus. What do you got there, Andy? What'd you say it was called?
Traverse City Whiskey Company.
Mike bought that for you, didn't you?
Northern Whiskey. Save me back a splash. I want to try it when I come down.
You got it. One of our friends brought it whenever he came from Michigan.
And everybody wants to send a bottle of bourbon down for Logan will be here in early November for his corporate sponsored hunt for the Looking Glass deal, and we're going to be filming that hunt. So just send a bottle. I wanted to ask you about
that. Can you give the details on that?
It's November put me in a spot here.
So you've never heard of Blood Oath whiskey, bourbon?
I don't believe I have. No.
Lee Cho said it's his absolute favorite. I guess they make like one bottle a year, or not one bottle a year, but like a batch. And that
I was going to say they make one bottle a year.
It's highly
super
coveted.
Surprised that I haven't ever tried it.
Highly coveted.
Shocked.
But they make each year is different, I guess. Is what I'm trying to get at.
The hunt is November.
Gotcha.
The Looking Glass Duck Club podcast. Looking Glass Duck Club. There's only 3 members. Hunt is November 14th through 16th. Logan and Rebel are doing a giveaway. Logan will be here those days. We were going to be filming for season 2 of the First Family of Waterfowl. And I don't know what your details are on how you're giving it away, but that'll be on your podcast. You're giving that away. And anybody,
I figured Andy and I would kind of pick a winner together, or figure out how to do it together.
Yeah.
Dan Reese from Wisconsin.
And then we're taking
Absolutely not.
We're taking.
I don't even know that guy, and I'm tired of listening to him.
And we're holding bourbon right now
Just kidding,
for
Dan.
when you come down, I guess.
Yeah, anybody that wants to send a bottle of bourbon to the lodge for Logan and them to drink and consume while they're here, they'll drink the whole bottle. Send it to.
Jesus.
In one chug.
I'll
Whole bottle. in one
I'll
chug.
have somebody send. I bet we have 3 or 4 bottles for you to chug down while you're here.
I'm going to shit my liver, and then I'll just be living back behind Allsup's there in Knox City after that.
I'll try to find some blood oath for us. How about that?
Have you got a kitchen pass?
Yeah, get a hold of
Have
me.
you got a kitchen pass for those 3 days yet?
Michelle hasn't mailed me one yet. She said that your laminator was down, but she was making me a kitchen pass so I could, go back there and drink wine and hang out
No,
with you
I meant a
guys.
kitchen pass from your wife to be able to leave to come down here with a new baby.
Oh, I thought you meant a kitchen pass to go into your kitchen
No.
there at the
No, it
lodge.
says
'cause you were
staff
so
only.
efficient whenever I go back there and grab me a glass of wine.
Yeah,
or two.
staff only.
Staff
so,
only.
does your wife know that you're going to be here November 14th through 16th?
No, but she does now. She'll listen to this. I'm in so much trouble. Hey, honey,
By the way,
babe.
I got a Texas trip
Sweetie.
planned for these dates.
Okay, for someone that's a big partier that y'all were, and y'all have y'all's first child now, have your Friday nights and Saturday nights been a little different now?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we used to be
How's your
goers
golf
for
swing?
sure.
How's your
What's
golf
that?
swing?
I'm afraid to try. I'm afraid to even try to wipe my ass after back surgery right now. But yeah, it's now, we stay in, watch a movie, and look at the clock. We're like, oh my God, it's 10:15. What the fuck are we still doing up type of deal? Which I think I prefer.
You become those people.
I miss going.
You become
what's that?
those people.
I have. I think I've become you. Isn't that kind of how you are too?
Exactly how I am.
It's better.
Yeah,
Do y'all have good babysitters?
Oh yeah, we're very, very fortunate. Our neighborhood is riddled with kids, and a bunch of, they're all good girls. There was a bunch of them over at the house the other night with their moms, and they were all fighting over who was going to be babysitting for us. So we kind of have our pick of the litter there.
Do y'all have people that can keep Stella so y'all can go to Mexico with us in February for like 4 days?
That's going to be in June or July.
No, February.
In February. So she's not going to be even a year.
Listen,
7 months
Trevor
old.
Austin and them are coming, so y'all can come.
I love Trevor Austin. I don't know, Andy. How old does a kid need to be before you can leave it for a week?
They were like 2 whenever we did it.
Yeah.
But
So Jeff probably
don't
not.
be like, you don't have to be like me, but that's just how we played it.
Now they can't wait to get rid of
Plus,
Well, I think
hold on a second. When we would go out of town, we had to give them to one of the grandparents, and we knew that we were going to get a lecture for going out of town, so we just never even asked anybody.
Who's going to lecture y'all?
Everybody makes us feel
Who?
bad. Anytime we go out of town and ask any one of you 4 to watch our kids overnight, it's a act of Congress, and it's a lecture, and it's we got these.
You
kids
and
again.
Jesse both went out of town and left them with your
Exactly.
grandparents. Who lectured
Exactly.
you?
Not this time, but early
The kids
early
are getting
going.
older. They're getting easier to watch.
The early going was, it was a guilt trip, so we just didn't go anywhere.
There's nobody ever guilt tripped y'all.
It was just Jesse and I for a long time.
We never guilt.
It's because you didn't want to
Didn't
hear
want
it.
to hear it. I don't want to listen to this bullshit, so we're not going to go anywhere.
No, the thing
You know
is,
what, honey?
Reese is-
Canceled the dinner reservations. We're just going to stay here and we'll eat SpaghettiOs again.
Just fucking
Yeah.
Just
forget
forget
it.
it.
Just
Reese,
forget it.
Reese is like a Cadillac. He's like Andy. He's not a problem at all. Jameson is a lot of work, is he not?
No, he's a fun-loving 4-year-old.
That's
A lot of fun to be around.
You're saying like Jameson's a Pinto?
Oh, he's a dune buggy. Great kid, lots of laughs. But he's more like his uncle's act than he is his dad. Reese is a carbon copy of his dad. But
And nobody wanted to watch these sweet kids 2 years ago. Nobody.
Takes a village. Takes a village.
It
Andy.
does. So if you
Hold on.
if you were going to pay,
when y'all went to St. Lucia,
that
who
was last year.
I took him to football game. Even
That was last year.
well, we've never told y'all no.
I didn't say you ever told us no, but there was always the sigh and I guess we got to do this.
We
And,
never said that.
oh, Michelle, I guess we're not going to Copper Creek tonight. Like blah 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 blah. So
Bullshit.
we quit asking.
Y'all. Oh, so now y'all aren't asking us to
No
watch
more.
them no more.
Never again.
Nobody, huh?
Sure would have been nice to go to Pop Do's, but I guess we have to spend time with our grandkids.
Yeah, you were there. How'd you know?
I'm a fly on the wall.
We went to a new restaurant that we hadn't been to. I've drove by with us. I went to Del Frisco's in South Lake this weekend. That's really a good place to eat.
They didn't have my kids, so
yeah,
they can get out when they want to.
Well,
yeah, I called you, and you and Shell were on your way to go to that restaurant. Nice. And you're giving me a bunch of really shitty advice, so I pretended like I needed to get off.
What was the shitty advice I gave you?
I don't. Luckily, you were in my headset, so my wife wasn't hearing any of it. But I can't remember specifically. But it was some real Jeff Stanfield shit.
We've got a lot of guys that are like, I can't answer his phone call if my wife's in here. If I'm connected to Apple CarPlay, just hit decline and move on.
That's only Steve Barber.
There is no filter.
I speak what's on my mind. I think I told you as a father, my advice was, you got to put that little girl down some. She's never going to learn how to walk. They don't ever put her down.
She's a month old.
Well, it starts early.
That's a tough first step.
Well, every time I call Logan.
Just to warn you guys, I just went to 10%.
Logan, when Logan doesn't ever return the phone call or he FaceTimes me, Logan's a FaceTimer, but it's always, wah, wah,
I am.
wah, wah. And I think he's pinching her so she'll cry so he can get off the phone with me.
That's smart. That is smart.
I like to look at my friends when I call.
That's the way to play it.
I'm just glad to be your friend. I'm real happy about that.
I'm glad that we are friends.
Are you FaceTiming with Mikey also?
Mikey Soberano? We do not have each other's phone numbers.
I'll give it to him then. I got to figure out how that sumbitch has got me on a tracking device. Because it doesn't matter where we go out of town. I look up and there was Mikey. I was looking for him in Del Frisco's at the restaurant Saturday night. I told Michelle, I said, Mikey's going to come around that corner any minute.
He loves you.
I love Mikey. He's a good kid, but God almighty, if it's time to eat, he shows up right there before we order.
He's there. Hey, how's the new studio? You liking it?
Oh, would you like to?
Well, that's what I'm looking at. What's behind you?
Well, that's some carpet padding that we went and bought. So real nice to dampen the sound. This is a depot that we've owned since the late '80s, early '90s, and since I was having a kid. This is real nice too. I'm using Rebel's fucking spitter as my phone.
Well, that's all right. I mean, we appreciate you going the extra mile.
Yeah, absolutely. But Reb and I decided that since I was getting ready to have a kid, it was time to get out of mom's basement, as he called it. So we just hung up some foam and put a bunch of liquor bottles in here and our mics, and it's our new studio.
It's working out nice.
It's not much, but it's
working out nice. Love the.
Does it sound okay in here? Is it
echoey? No, sounds pretty good.
It sounds better than our piece of shit.
Yeah, right. Your guys' new studio kicks ass. I can't wait to come down and check it out.
We're getting the sound. It was a little echoey at first, but we're like you. We're putting more shit on the wall, and it's kind of dampening it a little bit.
Well, you don't realize, do you, until you start talking in there? You're like, well, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Like being in a cave.
Like I'm in a tin can talking to people. This is not going to go over well. That 4th of July podcast we did, the very first one, 4th of July, been busting my ass to get this thing ready and looking good. And we were, as soon as I put my headphones on, I was like, oh, fuck, this is not going to go well. And
start spraying shit.
Yeah, the amount of shit that I got in my inbox after that, I couldn't sleep at night. I was
staple some T-shirts to the wall, do something.
The only thing I was thinking about was getting this ready to go. And we've been adding more shit slowly, so we've about got it.
Yep, I know the feeling 100%, but it sure looks good. I'm like I said, I'm very excited to get down there and hang out with you guys this November and check it out.
It'll be fun. So you're under 10% now, so we better start wrapping up before you completely die.
I just went and checked. I'm at 8%. I thought I was charged better than that. I don't know if this thing really sucks it down or what, so I apologize. But I thought it was at like 70% when I came down here.
I'm sure it does. Who do the Raiders open up with week 1?
Chargers.
What?
Oh, yeah. Great game.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, fucking Chargers, man. So I'm a little nervous about that. And I wanted to ask you guys, round 1 of your fantasy football draft, because you're both kind of gurus, and I suck ass at it. Who are you guys going to take?
The first pick or what pick?
Yeah.
Because you're in a league with
first round.
You're in a league with us. You're in the big baller league, and our draft is Monday. The first pick,
right? I know.
Andy's taking Christian McCaffrey because he did this weekend in a draft. The first pick.
2 quarterback league. I am not going to.
Andrew.
2 quarterback league. That is not the case at all. I'm going quarterback early.
Andy's taking Josh Allen at whatever pick he has in the first round. Am I right?
I'm going.
That's
I'm going.
probably not a bad
Is that
pick.
who you're going to take?
I'm going quarterback early. It's a 2-quarterback league. Why wouldn't I?
So you're going to take Josh Allen if you had the first pick?
With the first pick?
The first pick in either one of our other 2 leagues that's coming up, the big baller or the little baller league.
That's a little rich for my blood.
What?
Josh Allen with the number 1 pick?
Well, we have to pay for our picks.
No. You just gotta
I'm just
Venmo
saying.
me $500 for your entry into
I'm
it.
just saying, Josh Allen number 1 overall. That's a little steep. So I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Andy took Christian McCaffrey. My rule is I'm in 4 leagues. Is I don't want the same first round pick on every team in case I get hurt.
Sure,
but it depends where I pick at.
Makes sense.
I had the 3rd pick and I took Austin Eckler, which I think is a very good pick.
But that's
pick.
only a 1-quarterback league. So.
It was a completely different deal.
Let's look at the Raiders' schedule before you get off of here. Raiders, Chargers,
sure.
At Chargers, week 1. I don't love that for my Raiders. I don't love that for our Raiders now.
I think the Raiders are going to come out a little rusty. I'm going to say that one's an L.
I'll agree with you. Jeff?
Okay.
L?
Boy, I picked the Chargers to go to the Super Bowl. They've got it all. They added great players on defense. They're solid. I like the Chargers.
Well, I'll give
Chargers
them
my dark horse this year.
No, I can't take my dark horse team. If I had to take a dark horse team, that's what gets me on the NFL. They'll be like, what do they call that? They're not their lock, but their surprise pick or whatever it is. And somebody like Dallas is playing Jacksonville. Well, I'm gonna take the Cowboys. Well, fuck yeah, you ought to. That's not a fucking.
That's the lock of the week.
No, yeah, I mean, but they take it for the other pick, the upset of the week or some shit.
Jeff, I don't know if you heard, but he's under 10%.
Okay,
so
who's
quit
the
talking in paragraphs. What are we doing
We're
here?
okay. I
okay.
may just disappear.
Who's the second?
Right.
I don't know who my dark horse would be this year.
Okay, Raiders, Chargers. We're giving them an L for my beloved Raiders, who I've been a fan of for a long time.
New Orleans would be my
Long
dark
time.
horse this year.
Long time.
There you go. The Saints was my dark horse. Go.
You're smoking crack.
Taysom Hill.
We're gonna piss test you. Cardinals at the Raiders. Raiders.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm giving that a W. Kyler Murray doesn't want to be there. I think the Cardinals are going to be a disaster.
Yep. I agree.
1-1. Okay, so Raiders at Tennessee. I'm going to give that to the Raiders. 2-1.
Yep.
Broncos at Raiders. 3-1.
Yes.
Oh, we're not going to ride?
We're not riding. Raiders at the Chiefs. I think they split.
4-1.
I think they split. So I'll go 3-2.
Yeah, that's they're going to lose that one, and I'm going to be there. That's Monday Night Football, October 10th. I'm very excited about it.
That'll be a good game, though.
Does your wife know you're going?
Yes, she knows that I haven't missed that game ever. I don't think I've missed it since I was like 16.
He's such an amateur dad. That shit don't matter no more. She always knows I go to that shit.
I'm not missing that.
You're making me laugh here. Oh, you're smarter than that, Logan.
She's going to be like, oh.
I can't miss it.
Oh, you're going to that thing again?
You can't. You can watch it on TV while you hold Stella while she cries.
You can have the same view of that motherfucker that I do.
Well, maybe Chiefs fans won't yell at me and try to spit on me if I'm holding a newborn. But I'm not gonna guarantee anything.
That's the funniest thing you've said today. I always go do that.
She knows.
Rookie.
She knows.
She knows.
Okay, so I got them at 3-2. Jeff has them at 4-1. They play the Texans next. That's a win. 4-2.
That's a lock.
They play the Saints. That's not easy, but I'm going to give it to them. So
where are they playing at?
Where's it at?
New Orleans.
New Orleans gonna beat them. Upset.
Yeah, I'm gonna. That's a loss, I think.
Okay, so that's what 4-3.
5-2
or
for
4-3.
Okay. No, you've only got them. You've got them losing that one.
Yes, I've got them losing that one into San Diego.
So you're only at 2 losses, Jeff.
5-2.
Calm down over there. Okay. Then they play the Jaguars. That's a win. 6-2 ish.
Yep.
Colts. That's a win.
Yep.
Broncos. That's a win.
Raiders just cut their first round pick, Alex Leatherwood, just now too.
That's not good.
He sucks. It's fine. We're not worried about that.
Okay. I don't. I'm a big fan, but I don't know enough about him to know if that's good.
Huge fan.
Huge fan though. Seahawks. That's a win.
Mm-hmm.
Chargers. Again, they play in Las Vegas, so
they'll split with them.
Fuck it, I'll give it to them.
Yep.
The Rams. It's
a loss.
Could be. They're playing in LA, so like, who knows what's going to happen? If Stafford's hurt,
well,
that's
in
a
LA is home field advantage for the Raiders.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that's true. Patriots, they're going to win that. They're playing in Vegas. Steelers, Niners, Chiefs, and I got them winning all of those.
They will beat the Steelers. They'll beat the Niners. I don't know if they split with the Chiefs. The Chiefs are always so fucking good, but they're down this year. They don't have as many weapons, and the defense I don't think it'll be as good. So yeah, I think they beat the Chiefs at Vegas.
So that's only 3 or 4 losses right there, depending on how you slice it up.
I could get down with 13-4. That would be a decent season.
That is good.
Of course, in the West, does 13-4 even get you in the fucking playoffs this year? I mean, it's going to be salty.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, you're looking at 12-5 and not even making the playoffs.
Exactly.
It's murder's row. It's
the most Raider fan shit ever.
Yeah, you finally get it. But I like that because like they were blow to blow with all the other teams in their division this year. Like, okay, you're gonna get better there. Well, we're gonna get better here, motherfucker. Just calm down.
That's exactly right.
So
just calm down.
Just settle down.
What about the Pack? What do you have them going?
They're gonna win their division. They're in a shitty division. They get past the Vikings. They smooth sailing.
Did you see today? We're
12-5.
They called. Did you see that
13-4
post about Dak Prescott? Said he's the Black Kirk Cousins.
He said he's the Black Kirk Cousins.
That's what someone said. Said Dak Prescott is the Black Kirk Cousins. Lots of stats, but don't ever win anything that counts. There's a lot of truth to that.
What a horrible thing to say to somebody.
Up to this point,
what?
And I don't think he's not full black. So I mean, like he could.
What? That's just what they said. The Black Kirk Cousins.
Well, that's a little ugly.
Black is not a bad word, so you can say
about
it.
To say that, Randy.
That's a little ugly.
How is that ugly? I mean, it's the damn
Kirk
truth.
Cousins isn't that
I was
good.
worried you're going to go, he's not full black, and then you're going to say something that's going to be off color.
No.
Literally and figuratively.
He's a good guy. He's a nice guy, and he can't win when it counts. And that's basically Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Seems like a sweetheart.
Seems like a sweetheart of a guy. All right, we're going to let you
hold on
before his phone
I'm going to
dies.
ask if it dies, it dies. So Logan,
if he's been holding on
Rocky
to this one,
IV?
it might be better.
Logan,
if it does die.
do the Chiefs make the playoffs this year? I say no.
Yeah, Chiefs will make the playoffs.
Who's
Something happened to Patrick Mahomes?
Who's not going to get in then?
Denver.
I think Denver's going to be a whole lot better than people think.
I've got it.
It depends which
Chargers.
Russell
Just because
Wilson.
they have Russell Wilson?
Well, yeah, just because
Chargers.
Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay. Is it just because Tom Brady? Yeah, Russell Wilson's good.
Chargers, Raiders,
Russell went
Chiefs,
from-
Broncos is how I have it.
Russell went from thanks, Andy. I like that. Russell went from the number 12 guy in the power rankings to 62. Did you see that?
Well, that don't mean nothing.
I mean, there's obviously some people out there that know a lot about football that say that things are going to shit in Denver.
Yeah, those same people tell people that you should take Lamar Jackson, give him $60 million a year, and you'll never win a playoff game. So who knows?
Well, he turned it down. He turned down the $250 million contract. You see that?
No,
Yep.
he's an idiot.
He wants more.
Agreed. I would have taken it.
If he doesn't win a playoff game this year, but the thing is, somebody will pay him more again. But I just don't think Lamar Jackson is ever going to win a Super Bowl at all. And that's what Kyler Murray's the same way. I wouldn't be surprised if Russell Wilson took the Broncos to the Super Bowl. Russell Wilson's a good quarterback. What do
I've come to realize that I'll never make $250 million because I'm caving at like 5.
you get?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, my all-in's 5. I'll never get to 250.
We've got $170,000. Like, fuck yeah, I'll take that. Let's go play football.
Where are we going here?
What's going on with Tom Brady?
His face looks
I don't know,
awful.
man. He came back. He looks creepy now. Did you see that? His haircut's weird, and he's like, his face is all sunk in. I think he went on a bender.
I'm telling you, I said when he left, he's going to fucking the Amazon to do ayahuasca. He looked like he'd been throwing up and shitting for a week straight.
So you think that's what
He
he
does.
does?
He went to the fucking Amazon to take ayahuasca because he heard the Aaron Rodgers interview. I guarantee you. Why else is your face going to look
Rodgers
that
did
shitty?
it. So.
Yeah, back-to-back MVPs.
And he just keeps saying it's personal. I'm with you, dude. I never even thought about that, but yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's been fucking tripping.
You think Tom Brady's going to come back looking like he did for that first press conference if he wasn't in the Amazon just fucking retching his guts out and just shitting all over the place? You saw how his hair was.
I think he's got.
They're gonna switch up the TB12 program. It's just gonna say do drugs.
I think he's got buyer's remorse.
No.
I don't think he wants to play football.
He heard what Rodgers did, and he's like, listen, ayahuasca's not a banned substance. Book a trip. Giselle, we're going. I don't care how hot you are. We're shitting on each other. Let's do this.
I think he looked.
Work for Rodgers and Danica. By God, we're doing it.
He looked around that locker room, and I've got a Julio Jones with one hamstring. I've got Mike Evans hurt. Chris Godwin had ACL surgery. Gronk's not there.
Gronk left him.
Oh shit.
Exactly.
think that's what happened.
Shit. He said, I've got a lot of shit going on. He had a flashback to the Amazon. Final answer.
You think Tom Brady?
Leonard Fournette looks like a recliner right now.
Yeah.
Recliner. Do you think that Tom Brady's a top 10 quarterback this year?
I'm targeting him in my draft, so it just depends on how many times I get him.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, he's Tom Brady.
I'm not betting against. I'm not going to be the guy that bets against him.
I think Tom Brady is either top 5 or
Bust.
or this is it. I mean, there's no in between. I mean, he's going to hit the wall sometime, and he does not. His interview sure was weird, and he just. I mean, there just didn't seem like the
That's
same
what you
guy.
look like whenever you do drugs, Jeff.
So, let me tell you something, Logan. I took a guy that got shot the same day I took him, so who knows about.
He took Brian Robinson.
And
I saw. Well, he got released out of the hospital, so
yeah, they said
he's on the mend.
Yeah.
And poor Jeff's a Commander fan.
I was so happy because I was like, I got the starting running back, and he's my second extra running back because I also got Damian Pierce from Florida, so I was happy as hell. And then breaking news out of Washington,
fucking shot
out of Washington D.C.
shot.
Rookie running
That's
back
bad.
Brian
Just bad
Robinson.
luck.
I was like, fuck. And I turned it up. I thought, what'd he fucking do? Blow his knee out? Oh no, he got fucking shot twice.
Hey, and that's another thing I was going to bring up with the hypocrisy real quick because I know you're about to go. The NFL. Have you seen the commercials from the NFL?
No.
It's all about gambling.
Oh yeah, but
every bit of it.
Calvin Ridley can't play
But
football.
Calvin Ridley got he got a year, didn't
He
he?
got carjacked today too.
Yeah. Well, no, they were planning on it.
Oh,
I think they foiled the plan.
Oh, okay.
But I
The
mean,
plan's been foiled.
yeah, we're going to suspend this guy for a year for betting like 10 G's on a game he's not even playing in. But
He bet it on his own team.
every NFL commercial is about gambling now.
I thought you were going to say the hypocrisy of the Washington Post when they gave the descriptions of the people that robbed Brian Robinson or carjacked and shot him. They did not use the word men or male,
Oh my goodness!
and they did not use the color.
Everybody's
The
going to get away.
Washington, D.C. police said, we are looking for 2 black males.
What
But
they say? We're looking for 2 people.
We're looking for 2 people with dreadlocks. Well, that's but they would not use the word male because you can't distinguish
say
between male or female no more. Or you can't say
2 muscular
Yeah.
people with dreadlocks.
Yeah,
2 people, 6'2", 6'3" region, 240 pounds.
that may have been a penis or a cucumber. We don't know.
They have dreadlocks, and we're looking for them. God, we're getting fucking silly. It's just a wild time.
Let's get canceled together. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
let's do it.
There's
All
more
right.
of us than there are of them, so we're not going to get canceled.
There we go.
We're gonna let you go before.
Well, Andy, I just looked. I'm at 2%.
All right, I love you. Go to Patreon, Looking Glass Duck Club podcast. You can join the cult and listen in on the fun. I'll see you in a couple months, my friend.
I do appreciate.
I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you for the laughs and when you're not going to that Monday night football game, I will talk to you on the phone that night and FaceTime you.
We'll have the same view that night.
But I am
That'd
going
be
to
perfect. I'd love to talk to you guys.
I'm going to miss that fourth quarter. I'm drunk calling me at fourth quarter when you're drunk off your ass night.
Especially if they win. This will be the year that they win.
They win. They did win last year.
In Arrowhead?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sure did.
Logan called me.
I was so drunk.
Yes, he called me 3 or 4 times.
So drunk.
So drunk.
I'm sorry, Jeffrey.
It's okay. I just don't appreciate you FaceTiming me from the bathroom.
Well, that's the only place I could hear. It's a loud stadium.
Loudest stadium there is.
And they're moving that thing to. They're going to build a new stadium out in the country. I heard.
No, I think that's just for the Royals.
They're not going to build a new Chief Stadium out there too.
Oh, I guess I don't know about the Chiefs. The Royals were talking about moving them downtown. It's hard. It's fucking hard.
Oh, I thought they were going to move out by
chase the money.
Out by the NASCAR track is where I thought they were going to build a new football stadium.
Oh yeah, on the Kansas side.
Yes.
That's right.
Yep.
That is right. I've heard that. Ugh, gross. Kansas.
Terrible.
You went to Kansas State. Hey, I saw Kansas State's a dark horse to make the playoffs. Maybe. So, are you a K-State fan still now, or a Missouri fan?
I'm a Mizzou fan.
Oh, that makes
Through
sense.
and through, baby.
Through and through.
You didn't
And
go.
they're not a dark horse to win shit. Not even their division.
Did you go to Mizzou?
No.
But-
Just grew up in Missouri.
But you went to K-State.
And we lost
I
him.
think I lost him. He went to K-State.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
That was it. He said he had 2% and you just kept pushing it.
That's okay. November 14th through 16th, the Looking Glass Duck Club giveaway. 3 goose hunts here. You need to watch them on. Him and Andy will come up with a deal. I don't want to say what they're going to do.
We'll get in cahoots together.
All right. Anybody wants to send a bottle of bourbon for the bourbon review, we will do at the Lodge November 14th, 16th. Let me know.
Have a little scotch.
Yep, a little scotch. Look forward to this year. Really cool deal. We're going to do one series episode this year on the first family. We're going to do an episode on Lou. I think that will be a really cool episode.
Got a lot of cool ideas.
Yep,
Jeff.
have some
Whenever
good
Ricky
deal.
gets here, we'll
We're going to sit down and talk about that. We start
We'll
filming.
whiteboard it.
We start season 2 filming tomorrow. Thank y'all. God bless y'all for listening to us. Have a great week.
Go check out all of our great sponsors. We got a bunch for you. It's hunting season and you need equipment, so go check out Bangtail Whiskey, Dirty Duck Coffee, Ducks Unlimited, Double T British Kennel, Stanfield Hunting Outfitters, Alpha Outdoor Specialties, Looking Glass, Duck Club Podcast. Go to their Patreon. Lucky Duck, Shin Gear Waders. They got a nice jacket coming out. Gundog Outdoors, Pacific Falls, Dive Bomb Industries, and Boss Shot Shells.